Dear Ambassador, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Madame and Monsieur, we have gathered here today together with the members of the Rwandan community residing in Poland to commemorate the 30th anniversary of the genocide against Tutsi. The motto of this event, Kwibuka, means to remember, not to forget. We understand it literally then to take it in our moral imperative. It resonates particularly strongly here at the Polin Museum of the History of Polish Jews. I'm convinced that it is also due to our own painful history that the tragedy of Rwanda's people is so close and so important to us. We know very well that memory can fade away or even be distorted, which is why it is so important to refresh together. We are doing it today by remembering the atrocities committed 30 years ago by Hutu extremists in one of the most systematic genocides in human history. More than 1 million people lost their lives in just 100 days. Today we realize anew the scale of the brutality and cruelty of those events. Having in mind the images that were coming down from Rwanda 30 years ago, we remember with disbelief and shame the attitude of the international community at this time, which did far too little to stop the genocide violence. We must not allow such a passivity to recur. Never again. Dear friends, mes amis, the full theme of the anniversary celebration is Remember, Unite, Renew. Remembrance of the tragedy is accompanied by deep appreciation for the inspiring story of reconciliation and nation-building happening. Nation happening in Rwanda ever since. This dual emotion were well expressed by President Paul Kagame, who at the ceremony in Kigali said that our hearts are filled with grief and gratitude in equal measure. Remember our debt, and we are also grateful for the Rwanda has become. The tremendous progress that has been made is clearly visible, and it is a result of the choices that Rwandans have collectively made. They have decided to go beyond the horizon of the tragedy and build a common future. Rwanda's experience shows that by acting together in pursuit of truth and reconciliation, we can regain hope. This process may be painful, but it is necessary. It provides a foundation on which communities torn apart from the armed conflict or political violence can start building peace anew and be guided by values such as respect, tolerance, and inclusion. The development of a strong state, the formation of vibrant and knowledge-seeking civil society, the leading role played on the African continent in many areas for Rwanda, these achievements are undoubtedly a source of pride, Mr. Ambassador, for us Poles. It is a privilege to partner with friends of such a dedication and ability. Ladies and gentlemen, Madame and Monsieur, with the benefit on hindsight, we can see tremendous progress and impressive result of the socio-economic reform carried out in Rwanda. Today, it is a modern country that by investing in development of infrastructure, new technologies, and streamlining administration seeks to establish itself as one of the regional leaders in East Africa. We are especially delighted with the dynamic development of Polish-Rwanda's bilateral relations. The official visit of Polish President Andrzej Duda to Rwanda has taken place in February this year. I was accompanying Mr. President. This was the first ever visit of Polish head of the state to Rwanda, which makes me even more proud to have been able, as I mentioned, to participate in it. The talks held in Kigali were a confirmation of the very well developing cooperation between our countries. I'm convinced that it will expand soon to further areas. I have no doubt that the substantial increase in the number of Rwandans studying at the Polish universities that we welcome, I think that some of them are with us here, and I've seen them in the stage, I suppose, which we could observe in the recent years. It is the best possible long-term investment for Rwanda and for Poland. In the development of our relations, it will contribute to better mutual understanding and bear fruit in all spheres of cooperation. Great credit in making this happen goes to Mr. Ambassador Anastasia Szyjaka, a graduate of Polish universities himself, and his associates, who, through their proactive approach, are significantly contributing to the strengthening of Polish-Rwanda's relations. Concluding my speech, I would like to express my ambition that the future Polish ambassador to Rwanda will be at the least as successful as you are. Thank you for your attention, and thank you, Ambassador, from all of my heart.